Nashville, Tennessee. Derrick Henry seemed to run forever this season. But he went nowhere in the postseason. Just a week after joining the exclusive 2,000-yard club in NFL history, Henry rushed for a season-low 40 yards on 18 carries in the Tennessee Titans' 20-13 loss to the Ravens in Sunday's AFC Wild Card game. "This is definitely going to sting," Henry said. "This will probably be on my mind for the rest of this year." Indeed, it was perhaps even more painful than the Ravens logo, stomping to celebrate their game-clinching interception. That celebration was a dagger to the chest. But the agony of Henry's lackluster performance lasted all game. Defensive end Derek Wolfe said the Ravens had a goal of holding Henry under 90 yards. And Henry didn't even get half that. More opinion. Baltimore Ravens Lamar Jackson runs off his NFL playoff ghost with win over Tennessee Titans, so count the Ravens as motivated for their matchup with Henry. "This may be the best win I've ever been associated with," said Ravens coach John Harbaugh, who got his first playoff win since 2014. "We had them stopped a lot of times before Henry got started." In last year's playoffs, Henry rushed for 195 yards to upset number 1 seed Baltimore, and in November, he ran for 133 yards against the Ravens, including the 29-yard winning touchdown in overtime. "The last 2 times we had success," Henry said. "They had a plan to make sure we didn't have that success." Henry rushed for 2,027 yards in the regular season, 5th most in NFL history, for his second straight rushing title. He was the player the Ravens had to stop, and they did. Henry's patented stiff arm never made an appearance. Any broken tackle was followed quickly by a swarm of Ravens defenders to finish the job, and none of Henry's runs went farther than 8 yards. "We just hit him," Ravens linebacker Pernell McPhee said. "Just keep hitting him and play for 60 minutes." So how could a player accomplish such a lofty feat and immediately fall to earth? Coach Mike Vrabel explained it schematically, albeit with no direct reason. "Usually when you stop the run, they set the edge, build a wall and swarm," Vrabel said. "We had a couple of creases, just not enough. There were too many of those inefficient runs that we just didn't get into a flow or a feel for anything." Quarterback Ryan Tannehill, at least, chalked it up to personnel changes. The Ravens did not have defensive lineman Calais Campbell and Brandon Williams in the November game because they were on the reserve/COVID-19 list. Both suited up Sunday. Campbell was acquired via a trade from the Jaguars in the offseason to bolster the Ravens' rush defense, which ranked second in the AFC, and he did his job. "Obviously, with their game plan and getting a couple of guys back, they're good players," Tannehill said. "That definitely played a little bit of a factor. But I think at the end of the day, we just didn't execute well enough." Henry actually met the fate of almost all 2,000-yard rushers. 8 of the 9 in NFL history failed to win a playoff game. 2 didn't reach the playoffs, including the Titans' Chris Johnson in 2009. 6 others were eliminated in the wild card round, with Henry being the latest in that group. Terrell Davis is the exception, winning Super Bowl 33 after rushing for 2,008 yards in the 1998 season. "This game will humble you," Henry said. "It will show you that you need to keep working."